Hello there, welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. So, we've got Grand Arena Season 22 as I believe it is, Week 1 and Round 1. Now, the reason why this is a recording and not a stream is because I got a new PC. So, during this recording, I was recording off a laptop, well, MacBook, which, in all honesty, wasn't really capable of recording. So I just barely got this, that's why the format looks a bit weird, but I wanted to show my results. So we're starting off on JJ, the baby account. We've got a defense set here where I've put Padme down with JK and GK. I've got a Sarge, Sunfac and Geonosian Soldier. Not really sure what that synergy is all about, but I thought why not try it. Then when we go down south, we've gone a little bit tougher. We've got General Grevious with... Sorry, I have to laugh how BlueStacks was doing that. Yeah, we've got General Grevious with B2 and Magna Guard, and we've got Nute Gunray with Droidica and Jango Fett. So we go to the back wall. We've got quite a bit of rubbish, if we're going to be fair. We've also got load times. You'll be pleased to know I have less load times now on this new PC. But anyway, we've got Ewoks, we've got Traya, Vader, Palps, and we've got Bastila, Barriss, and Mace. So I thought it was a very weak back wall, but yeah, watch the stream highlights from Friday. You'll see in round 2 how I got on. So back wall fleet, negotiator. Okay, that was fun. I always like putting negotiator down. It's a case of you either got to have one or you're not going to win. Or a malevolence. Anyway, top wall. Oh, hang on. At this point, I was just checking the banners. I think the logic I had was that the banners were worth more at the bottom because the front walls were both the same, but the back walls were different. There's more points at the bottom bottom back wall, so it made sense to go bottom. So at the bottom we've got Geonosians and Bounty Hunters. Up top we've got CLS and I'm just waiting to see it. Clones. So yeah, it did make sense to go bottom. The CLS team would be tricky to beat with whatever I'd got. So yeah, it really made a lot of sense to go down south. But I didn't have it all my own way. So we're going to go straight into the battles. We've got JKR versus Geonosians. Spoiler alert, this one didn't go well. Now, my JKR is only gear 8, and my Jolie is only gear 7 at best, I think. Maybe gear 8 at best. So, yeah, you can kind of tell where this is going to go from the off. I mean, Saviour got triggered very fast. My hope in this battle had been that I could rely on Ahsoka. I was hoping that, with her being Relic 4, that she'd have enough firepower in her to just deal enough damage to this, I wouldn't say a weak Brood Alpha, but he isn't the most powerful Brood Alpha I've seen either. But yeah, I was asking a lot of her. Maybe if I put GMY in there, maybe I'd have stood a better chance. But honestly, I need JKR for the lead. I needed Jolie for the revive, as we saw with JKR just there. So, in all honesty, this counter just wasn't meant to work. So yeah, I kept pummeling at GBA. I thought maybe I'll just get lucky. I'll get a few good hits in, and it'll just whittle it down. But yeah, as soon as Jolie's gone, it's a massive uphill battle. So, yeah, retreat. Did I retreat? Yeah, we forfeit. Okay, so round 2. We played it safe this time. I took in Shaak and the clones. Shaak as Relic 1, Fives as Relic 1, and Rex, I believe at lock-in, was gear 12. He still is gear 12, but I don't think he was anything less. So yeah, played as best we can here. The difficulty with this battle was there wasn't a cleanse except for Shaak, so we did struggle a little bit getting around the Brute. Yeah, like I say, we've got a basic there, so it's not impossible to get around the Brute, but because the Brute will counter, the taunt reapplies very fast. So essentially what we were doing in this battle, we were just trying to stall out for aerial advantage. The trick though was that we didn't want to taunt with 5s because that would mean that if we lost 5s, we wouldn't get Saviour. So we were just trying to... It was a tough balancing act, let's say that, because you don't want to lose Rex to Saviour, really, because it'd be too early. But equally, you don't want to taunt, so you're just trying to plough everything that Shaak's got in her kit into Rex. So the first special, where it calls them to assist, you won't then give the second special to Rex, and it just meant you couldn't use the basic often enough to try and get rid of the taunt. So yeah, I think there might have been a point when I did actually use 5's taunt, and it was probably so that I could call Shaak to assist and get the dispel, like that. Trouble is, because you hit the brute, it doesn't really matter. He just gets the taunt. The brute, sorry, gets the taunt. So yeah, quite a mess. I mean, as you can see, we're coping okay to a degree. We've got the offense up, which helps. We can start targeting the Brood Alpha. By the way, this Brood Alpha seemed to have a fair bit of tenacity. I was really struggling to land any TM removal via Rex's basics, so yeah, this was a very dirty battle. I wouldn't advise anyone to try this in 3v3. But yeah, we're ploughing through, we're one turn away from aerial advantage, so just got to keep hitting the Brood Alpha, and bang, he's gone. So at this point it's just Soldier and Spy to take care of. They're pretty easy. So at this point it's all about banner recovery. The trouble is, at this point Rex is too far gone really to make any good progress. Really, I should have given that second special to 5s instead of Rex, but oh well, we lost a protection banner really. But to be honest, I'll take a 52. That battle was not clean. Okay, next one, we were going up against the Bounty Hunters, so I took some Geonosians in on my own. We only took Brood Alpha and Spy though. We brought in Watt purely because I thought if we put the tank tech onto the Brute, then they've got no way around it really, if we can just deal with the effects. Very tricky battle though again, because you've got you've got AoEs with both Django and Boba who can both ignore taunt. So yeah, this is probably a bit of a misplay. And so we did get through it, so I'm spoiling the end of this battle, but as you can see, it didn't go all my way. I mean, Watt there, he just bit a bullet very early. I was hoping I could get at least the health pack out onto GBA, but unfortunately we didn't get that. But yeah, at this point it's all about getting past boss, because ideally you won't get to the facts, but that Bossk was thick. And it's no big surprise, he's relic whatever he was, I can't remember just from seeing the screen. But yeah, he was a relic boss, so it wasn't like a cheap thing to get through. The Fets, they're just going to be annoying as well, just for the fact that they can just get around the Brutes. So like you see there, he goes for the Brood Alpha. Thankfully though, there aren't a lot of debuffs on our side, so they're not getting double taps, they're not getting a lot of health recovery. So the battle is going our way, it's just taking a lot of time. So again, we're just going to keep using Brood Alpha's heal ability, simply because we don't seem in risk of losing the Brute. It's more just a case of he's taking a lot of hits for us when he is being targeted. So yeah, again, double tap doesn't really do much, thankfully. We're just waiting for that one big hit from Spy, and you've got to wait for the right moment, because if you go too early, he isn't going to be low enough, Bossk. So we try it here, you can see there, he just goes into the red. We needed to wait a little bit longer. But saying that, I'd say it was still a good time, because he's in the yellow now. We can still pommel him a little bit, we can just get him softened up, ready for the killer blow. And the main thing we are aiming for in this this eventual scenario, we have got Blast Tech on Spy. The main aim is to, hopefully, annihilate the Fets. So there was some theory crafting in here. It wasn't a perfect battle by any stretch. In fact, I think if I'd had less gear on one of the Geos, it could have gone badly wrong. But I think Gear 12, we did play it okay. I mean, really, we weren't landing anything, but the trouble is there weren't enough debuffs in this team either. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting in some ways, but it's like there, we tried basic just to keep a special saved up. But yeah, I got a bit bored. I thought, can I just punch through Boba? But no, he's a relic Boba. You know, it's not cheap to get through. So yeah, 3 minutes this is in. 3 minutes. I've got to say, this is the interesting thing about trying to record it this way as well, after the fact that I remember this being a long battle, but it's hard to talk over it. Because there's a point when it's like, okay, what are we actually going to say now? Because it's like I say, you can see the battle's going my way. Django cannot beat all three of them. But it's still... there's still some stuff going on in there. I mean, you look at that and you think of Gear 11 Django. Thankfully spied the Blast Tech, because that got rid of him. We didn't have to deal with Bounty Hunter Resolve. But look at that. The banners were absolutely terrible there. We lost Watt. We lost banners on protection. It was just not worth the effort. I could have put in Poggles or someone and it would have been a much cleaner battle. So Yeah, definitely not one I would like to repeat. Okay, so next battle's coming up. At this point, we were just trying to focus on clearing the back wall, so we had Dooku, we thought, let's do a solo. So, Master Makashi, we can shock Zeb just so he doesn't get days on us, and that's going to be the main priority at the start of this battle. We're just going to keep Zeb as controlled as we can. Thankfully, we had a bit of tenacity, so he couldn't just daze us there, but once Zeb's out, it's a clean win. Dooku will just counter every chance he gets, and to be honest, he didn't really get many chances. Yeah, 56 max banners, we move on. So, next battle. We were using Poggle and B1 versus Ewoks. So, yeah, we were underdogging a bit here, but as you can see, there was no doubt it was going to work. I mean, how many attacks have I taken here? 2? Well, I've taken 2 turns. Yeah, so just top up Poggle for that hit he lost. 55 banners, clean win. Okay, now this next one's the final battle because I didn't even try the top wall, I hadn't got anything left. So we used Yoda, Plo, and C-3PO. And yeah, this is a fun one. No denying, this is a fun one, just for the fact that Plo, he was really just there to give Yoda some TM to get the ball rolling. C-3PO is there to give translation to Yoda, plus a bit of confusion on Stormtrooper Han so he can't taunt. And yeah, it's a team that really doesn't... There's a bit of synergy in there, but it's not obvious. So I'm pleased it worked. I mean, Galactic Republic synergy as well, I'm taking that any day of the week. But yeah, it's not one I would be calling out on another account if I could avoid it, let's say that. So yeah, just wait for the kill shot on Stormtrooper Han. Bye-bye. There we go. So yeah, that is JJ done. Now, like I say, we have had the result. I did beat Commander Cody, was it? Is this who I'm facing? Yeah, Commander 66, sorry. And yeah, he cleared the front wall. I think he took 2 on my Nute Droids Django team. But then he also couldn't get through the back wall. He got stuck on my Bastila team and he got stuck on... Ooh, what was the other one? I'll try and put it on the screen anyway. But yeah, I've got to say, I was very pleased how that one went. Anyway, we're going fast. I'm trying to get through all this as quick as I can because, to be honest, this GA season this first round was a mess across the board. I would like to put it down to the fact that I was distracted using this map book, but I know I'm probably making excuses there. So yeah, we're on timing as you can see. I was looking at the Rebel Fighter feats because I thought, alright, I'd like to try and get that. I've got some okay Rebel Fighters, so I thought this is a good chance to get it. Up against Joseph Conrad. I've got no idea if you're saying that right. And yeah, just having a look at the board once the load screen decides to disappear. I went a bit heavy on defense, and there's a lesson to be learned here. Just because I was heavy on defense doesn't mean I am guaranteed to do bad on offense. Yeah, you will watch this and you'll think, yeah, you will do bad on offense. But yeah, again, watch Friday's stream. We had a good stream Friday. I was still learning how to use my PC along the way there, but boy oh boy, it was a much better GA. So yeah, we put JML on defense for JKL. I've heard that's a good trip team because you need something really big to get through it. We put the bomb squad with Bam. Bam's just there to do something. And then some really scrappy squads right at the back. So nothing too big. Maybe a few things that could trip people up, but nothing that I would expect to... To be honest, I wouldn't expect people to get past JML anyway. At the back, we've got the Bounty Hunters with Thrawn. And we've got some Seppies with Tarkin. So, on their defense, as you saw, they've got CLS and JKL holding the top. And down below, they've got Shaak and Gas. And there is also a Hux First Order team down the bottom. So yeah, it was a bit hard to loot because the app was playing up once again. So besides CLS and JKL, we've got JKR, and we've got Geonosians with what? Someone was stealing my idea. I'll admit though, that Geonosian team, that was actually quite good on defense. I was a little surprised at it. Although, when you watch it as we go through this, you will probably be scratching your head at the team I used to try and beat it. I had a mare this round. Not just on Temmin, I had a mare across the board. Even JJ I wasn't happy with. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, we've got quite a few teams to go here. Now, you're probably looking at this and you're going, what? There was a plan here. There was a plan. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, Ahsoka's 501st, so she will actually force Gas to do his 501st lead. But then the reason I put Old Ben in there is because I hadn't got another 501st unit. So I thought, all right, can I actually use Old Ben a bit like I would in the CLS squad, get him to gain turn meter via his unique, and then could I actually get him to put an ability block out there, just slow the clones down? Yeah, that didn't happen. So yeah, this is just bad. There's no real way of saying it. I wasted gas here. This is just terrible watching back. It's like, why did I try this? Because you go and see the next team I use, and even though it didn't go right, it did better. So yeah, I mean, at least I got gas down. I'm going to give myself a bit of praise for that. You know, I did get him down, but yeah, Rex finished the job for him. But yeah, I just don't know what I did there. That was just a mad moment on my part. Anyway, the second team we took in, Lando, Han, Chewie. Why I didn't take Han and Chewie in to begin with, I don't know. Shoots first would have given me a heads up, but I think with not having CLS, I felt a bit frightened doing it. That's the only way I can put it. Anyway, just stun Gas, or at least give him a big hit. We're going to go for Rexy. A fair bit of damage there. The AoE finishes him off. And now it's just about getting Arc Trooper down before Gas gets back up. So we have got enough damage in the team to do it. It's just, can we do it? Well, can we actually do it? We won't get any dodges or anything. We didn't. Okay, so at this point, Gas is a bit angry. He always is at this point. We're going to just try and recover some health. But as you see, things go badly wrong. One turn, he wipes out 2 of my units. And one counterattack, he wipes us out. So I thought at this point, right, I'm moving on from Gas a minute. I'm going to try and take down this Shaak T team. Now, I have never tried this before. Not just Mon Mothma. I've never tried... Well, I haven't really tried Shaak and the clones because you don't see it that often on defense now. It's usually Gas and the clones. So, yeah, seeing Shaak here was a bit of a distraction for me. And, yeah... I get the feeling I misplayed it a bit at the beginning. I was trying to take down 5s, thinking, oh yeah, he's the one who's the threat here, but I completely forgot that if I took Shaak out early, then I would be able to at least prevent the retribution. So yeah, quite a few things I did wrong here. Now, as far as the team I picked, maybe I could have gone with Cassian or something, just for the fact that there'd be healing immunity. Maybe if I'd done Cassian and K2, maybe, but the issue with both of them, the low gear. So I'm not sure they could have punched through this. But as you're seeing, this wasn't a clean battle anyway. I mean, I've already lost my trooper. He's come in and he's pretty much died off straight away within the first minute, or just over a minute. And I think part of the reason I picked Biston and SRP is because they're Alex 7. So I thought, even if they aren't exactly suited to this battle, they should be able to punch through just through their own damage. But... yeah, that didn't happen either. I got it in my head that with SRP having his revive if he's got buffs ability, that would give me some help as well. The issue is, we have got 2 buff dispels on their side. Another thing I completely forgot about. So this was just a bad idea again. This entire... I've said it already, it was a bad GA by me. And I feel like this is kind of one of the symptoms. I was making bad calls, not thinking about certain things like dispels. And yeah, I'm kind of grateful that SRP stuck around as long as he did it here, because, I mean, we managed to get Biston back. That looks good. You know, you think, all right, we're still in this. But the issue is we aren't making any progress on them whatsoever. I mean, as soon as we hit them, they just recover the health and protection. So... yeah, it was just a bad idea, this. I can't help but keep saying it. I mean, I think I got it in my head I wanted to try and do that Rebel Fighter feat, which I showed at the beginning. And it is a feat worth going for, of course, but I really think I could have picked a better battle to do it on. I mean, in a moment we're going to do the Hux team. Well, not in a moment, shortly. And yeah, the Hux one probably would have been a lot better here. So yeah, we lost that one. No big surprise in the end. This is another bad idea. I thought, right, Asajj, Daka, zombie. Again, my thought process here was, Daka gains max health every time a Nightsister ally dies, plus Asajj grants turn meter and takes away turn meter. So I thought there's a few nice things here that could possibly just control Shaak and the clones. Plus we got stuns. The issue was, again, the dispels. So they were able to get around zombie way too easily, and that then exposed Daka. So yeah, this had potential. I think if they'd been Relic, maybe I'd have stood a chance with it. But once they're going down a little too easy, like we're already at the point now where if Daka goes, she's gone. And you think, this is sketchy. I mean, I don't really know if I could have done anything different here, because it's like there, you see, Asajj is gone, we haven't got revive, game over. So yeah, I don't think I could have done anything differently. The only thing I can say is maybe it would work better at Relics. So yeah, I tried Bounty Hunters at this point. I thought, can I just annihilate Shaak? And yeah, I didn't really stand a chance here. I mean, I thought, okay, I'll keep going. Maybe we can do something. But I needed more days. I needed grief to go into overdrive. I thought maybe if I can get Retribution out, maybe that'll play a part. But yeah, Boba gets wrecked. It is game over. And worst, it's preloaded. This was just horrid. So I'm on my 4th attempt now at Shaak T, and this is the team I should have used from the first moment when I look back on it. You've obviously got enough damage. You've got Ezra and JKR. Both are at Relic, even if Ezra's only Relic 1. You can easily mark 5s, just take him out of the game, or you can go for Shaak if you want. You've got options with the mark. You don't. Plus, you've got the buff immunity as well with the direct focus. So, just so many reasons this was the right team to go for. And I'm watching back especially, I am frustrated I didn't go for it. I mean, when you think this cost me 3 teams, I could use the Mando team somewhere, I could use the Nightsisters somewhere. Just so much wasted on this one team. So yeah. Again, I feel like I just completely forgot the correct way to do this. I was going for 5s when I could have got rid of Shaak straight away, so well, I'm watching it back and I'm really frustrated at my own performance. I mean, I suppose it gave me time to get Master's Training out, but I'm not real sure I wanted it like that. So yeah, we're just going to keep pummeling away. I think I just completely forgot that Shaak was the key to the team. You know, I eventually get there. As you can see, I've decided, right, we're going to go for Shaak now, but I think it did cost me a saviour. I might be wrong, but I think it cost me a saviour. But yeah, finally I twigged. You know, it's funny as well. I talk about recording, because I don't normally do my GAs like this. And I can wonder if some people do watch my streams back and go, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? And it is funny watching it back, because I feel like I'm in your shoes for a change watching, and it's like, it is frustrating. Because you look now and you think, we're in a much healthier position. Yes, 5s will still count because it's in his kit, but it's certainly a lot better than where we were. I mean, we still have to go for 5s, we can't ignore him, you know, we have to get rid of him so he doesn't supercharge Echo. But God, it's so weird watching it like this. It's like, why didn't I do this the first time? Why did I overcomplicate it? We got there in the end. It's just, yeah, especially when you know the other guy's attacking, which I think by this point he was just starting, or he was about to start. Yeah, it's so frustrating. Anyway, I did love this battle. This is the highlight for Temmin, if I'm going to be honest. Fennec Shand. Man, she's a great 3v3 toon in my opinion. I mean, we get a nice little buff dispel there, and watch this. 1 hit, 50% of a contract. Fantastic. I mean, Relic 7 Bossk, he'll just sit there, take the damage, and we can just sit back now and say, right, Fennec, when you're ready, take another turn for me, girl. Yeah, they have to take their turns, but yeah, we're on 60%, and now we're at contract. So, slight issue here is the fact that I would say we don't get a great benefit from the contract. You know, it's not like, say, we've got Django with damage immunity or we get Boba with a bonus turn. But, to be fair, I lost both of them doing the previous team. Or at least, I lost Boba anyway. So, yeah, it's... Again, it was a bad loss, that Shaak one. You know, I really should have played it better. But I've got this for the future. You know, I can use Fennec in the future. I think she'll be very fun in 3v3 this season. Cad did some work here. He's only gear 11, but he did some work, so I'm pleased with that. So yeah, I'm curious how people are finding Fennec who've got her, because, I mean, again, mine's only about gear 8, but she's doing work even at this level. So those of you taking her a bit higher, I'm curious how you're finding her, because I'm having fun just at this level. But yeah, I mean, armor shred as well. I think that wasn't the ability I used there, but you think armor shred and kit, that is fantastic, especially when you've got someone like Cad Bane who's not really the strongest. It's like, yeah, I really do appreciate that. Even if, especially when Kylo Ren's taking his time to go down. 52. Okay. So at this point we need to clear that gas up, so we're using Rey Jedi Training. Simple reason, plenty of turn meter control, so even though gas can increase cooldowns, we're just going to try and keep him under control. So pass some turn meter along, we're going to knock his turn meter back, get a stun if we can. Trouble is he's got that crafty little debuff dispel, so yeah, the self-cleansing can be annoying. But we're just going to keep persisting here. We have got enough in the team to take him out. So yeah, we're going to do basic again. Really shouldn't have done that, but oh well, we're there. 50, no, 22. I don't know where I got 50 from. I'd lost twice. So yeah, wall down. Yay! Oh god. Yeah, we've got Shaak. So we've got Mon Mothma at the back. We've got some rebels, some Ewoks, some Phoenix. The back wall was easy. So yeah, Wampa, easy battle on the Phoenix. And say, I think again the priority like the last time with Dooku solo, take out Zeb. So Wamp. Next, we're just going to try and take down Ezra. Although to be honest, Aero's nearly there. So Wamp. 56. I love a Wampa solo when it works. Okay, next one. We've got Vader and Sith Empire Trooper. Now, this was an experiment as much as anything. I remodded my Vader, and I've gone for a fast build. Not speed mods, but I've got crit damage mods that are fast. Now, I don't know if I like it or not, so this week is going to be a test, really. I don't think I used him this way, yes, in the last stream. I think I used him with Palpatine lead, so this was a test of his lead. And I would say he did alright. I mean, the whole idea for going with a fast Vader is that you've got solo opportunities, and especially in this situation, you keep taking turns, you can get back to Merciless quicker. But I'm curious what you guys think of how this battle went. I mean, I built Sith Empire Trooper in here just as a pre-taunt, and ideally to take some hits, because as you can see, they're still going for Vader. Set's not going to taunt, but he's healing up with that health and protection recovery and no escape, so it does feel like it worked. It feels like it was a solid enough counter, but I don't know. I get the feeling there are better counters out there, or maybe better use of like high-speed crit damage mods. Maybe Vader would benefit from offense. It's what my guildmates were telling me. Again, I'm curious how it plays out. We'll see what round 3 throws at us, and if maybe it's worth persisting a little longer. So yeah, next battle I used my really crappy Geos against this Ewok team, simply because they got no way of killing the Brute. So it was an easy win. Going to say just target... well, I did target Wicket to begin with. That was a bit of a misplay, but at some point I cottoned on to go for Alder. There we go. So yeah, pretty easy once Alder's gone. It's game, set, match. There we are. Just get Wicket out so he can't deal some damage, and then hopefully we can recover some banners on Chirper. I don't remember if I did or not. I don't believe I did. I get the feeling I lost some protection. Although we'll soon see. There were a lot of protection, basic attacks in this, so maybe Nah, we lost the protection. Okay, next battle. What was this one? It was Bad Batch against Wiggs and Leia. Now, this was a fun experiment again. All 3-star, but all 3 have a Zeta. So, I think they're about Gear 8. Maybe a Hunter was Gear 9. So, again, they're not the thickest Bad Batch by any stretch. I would say they've got okay mods for the gear level they're at. So, I enjoyed it. I haven't really used the Bad Batch much, so it was a fun little play around with them. And as you can see, I'm reading the kits as I'm going along just to make sure I don't misuse them. So I thought, alright, buff immunity, we can pop that onto Leia, that'll be good. Hunter's got his basic where he double taps, so I thought that'll be a good one as well. There's so much banner recovery in this team though. I mean, I can understand why people use them on offense. They are great. Just from this one battle, I had a load of fun. So, yeah, I'm curious how people are finding Bad Batch, if they've done anything similar like this, or if you've got bigger Bad Batch than me. I mean, I imagine something like GG would be torn apart by this. At least at higher gears. So, yeah, at this point I'm just trying to recover banners, because even if Biggs takes a turn, Wedge is dead. You know, we're just waiting for the kill shot. So there we go. Bye-bye, Wedge. So, yeah. A load of fun, and when you think Tech and Omega, they aren't needed in this comp, so I can throw them somewhere if I needed them, but yeah, that would literally just be back wall defense stuff again. So, yeah, again, let me know what you think, folks. Yeah. Did I get max banners? No, I was 1 banner down. Oh, but still 53 for 3 3-star characters with Zetas and 1 Gear 9, 2 Gear 8s. I'm calling that a very good 53. Especially considering what happens next and what has happened before. So yeah, as you can see, my opponent had been attacking at this point. He took 2 on my 501st team, but he one-shot everything else. Ships, he did one-shot both, even though at this point he had only taken down the Chimera. But yeah, that fleet wasn't going to hold him up. I laugh. This was just such a bad round. Such a bad round. So yeah, you've seen how much I've used by this point. You've seen what I've got on defense. So yeah, it's safe to say I didn't really have a lot for take this wall down. So yeah, I was thinking, alright, JKR is probably the most beatable team on that front wall, so what can I use? So I got in my head that if I could get Nute out early enough, maybe I could get Annihilates from Droidica. The difficulty was they went straight for Nute, which then meant even if I got the revive, which I do now, I was kind of reliant on not losing him to an AoE. Yeah, that was a good plan. Shame the plan didn't work. Yeah, this is just bad. Bad. Did I even get a turn to forfeit here? Oh, I carried on. Wow, I should have forfeited at this point. Ouchies. Why didn't I back out? Man, B2 is not getting out of that. I know I've played it, but I'm looking at this and thinking, why didn't I back out? That was a bad preload. That was a bad preload. Okay then, this is the one I was telling you about with the Geos. I decided to take in Bastila, Jolie and GMY, all a Rallic. But they had no chance. Even when I started the battle, I thought to myself, why did I take this team in? Because I've got no way of attacking who I want. I won't get to the Brute, or even what. But I've got no way of getting to him because there's 2 taunts. So I need direct focus. I needed something to get around him. Oddly enough, if I had used JKR, who I believe I don't know if I'd used JKR at this point. But if I had used him, I'd have been fine. This is just an absolute mess. I mean, I don't even know how long this battle was, where I think it was about another 2 minutes. But jeez Louise. But yeah, I don't really know what I can add here, to be honest. I'm watching it and I'm thinking, why? I think in my head I was hoping that GMY would have enough offense to start punching through, but yeah, when the health pack's on GBA, I think it was on GBA. You got the tank tech on Sunfac. There was a weapon tech out there somewhere. You're just looking at it and you're thinking, I just cannot punch through this. You know, even though I'm gaining their buffs, I'm trying to, you know, steal their good stuff. They're just going to regain the protection. They're going to regain the health. It is quite a nasty defense team, even with a good team. And yeah, I'm kind of tempted to throw this down somewhere because it would probably force someone to use a half-decent team to take it out. I mean, I'm just mulling it over. Traya could probably still beat it, but yeah, I'm trying to think, would Traya do it? I assume so. It would be out of turn attacks, and Watter's doing that as well. It does make me think, could I have afforded to use Traya? I'm not sure who would though, because I haven't really got any dark side tunes who are thick. Eee. Again, this was just an absolute mess of an offense. I mean, I like to think at times that I play this game smart, I know my counters. Yet for some reason in this round, I thought, let's do this. I mean, I'm glad I forfeited at that point, honestly. I had realised it was dead long before that. Reason I went in with that team, IG as a crit damage lead, I thought, hey, let's try that. And yeah. I quickly realised it wasn't worth it. What was next? I'm assuming that... Oh no, I didn't even try again, did I? No, I can say it was a bad round this. I don't know what else I can keep adding. I mean, the guy had already cleared the rest of my teams except for JML, so he got the lead. And yeah, that was all she wrote, folks. I mean, I would like to say I did more, but I had nothing left. So, rip. Anyway, Crimson. Once again, I'm just collecting the feats, showing you what I got. We did the fleet without reinforcement and squad arena ones, but that was probably the highlight for Crimson. R2-D2, I'll praise you ahead of time. You did me. You did a number on me. So, defense review. Yeah, we got Bastila and Nute on at top. We've got First Order down the bottom. So just to clarify, we have got Bastila with Hoda and Plo Koon. We've got Nute, Dooku, Django. We've got GG, B2 and Magna. And we've got Poggle, B1 and Droidica. Down south, we've got all First Order. So that will pop up in a moment once it decides to speed up. There we go. We've got SLKR is with Hux and First Order Stormtrooper. We've got Phasma and the TIE Pilots. And we've got Crew Kylo and Sith Trooper. Batwall, I have put mostly garbage just for the fact that if you're getting past Miss Lacquer, you deserve to take some easy banners. So, there we are. Although I did throw in Padme, that's just because, as you folks know, I do not like Padme on offense. So first, let's have a look at the offense first of all, what we're going to take on. Oh, I forgot about the fleet. Yeah, I put my finalizer and my rebels down, so no big surprises there. Man, I can't wait to get streaming again. Like I say, I streamed last night, but the load times were so much better. Okay, so yeah, we got a Bastila team, a Padme team, a Nightsister team, and a Bounty Hunter team. Props for your Greedo, by the way, R2-D2. I do like seeing Relic Greedos. I would like to do mine one day. Then down the bottom, we got a DR, we got a GBA, and we've got a GG. Now, the issue that I encountered, and I'm probably going to show more than I've shown in the previous rounds here. Actually, I thought the first flex the GG, 136k health. I was a little disappointed if I'm going to be honest, R2-D2, so you could probably get more health on there, but say la vie, you won the round, so what does it matter? The issue that I had was Bastila Shan Fallen. We both had the same speed, which I believe was 313. We'll see in a moment. So, yeah, it was an issue. I thought, what do I do here? Because if their Bastila won the mirror match, then I would probably lose the match just down to the fact I couldn't get my debuffs out. So, yeah, it was a coin toss and I didn't really like the odds. So I'm sat there thinking to myself, what can I take in? Now, I had the idea in my head, what about Imperial troopers? Now, in my head, I'm thinking Imperial Troopers, Gideon gains 20 speed. You know, he'll be about 350, 360 based on whatever speed I got on him. And I knew my Piet was about 304 maybe, so he'd go up to about 324. What I didn't take into account was the fact that I used this first move on Gideon's special. I didn't realise at the time, even though I should have done, Sith Empire enemies do not lose turn meter. So you can't manipulate them. So that attack from Gideon was an absolute waste. And as a result, I got wrecked. And it was a bad waste of Imperial Troopers. I lost 3 leaders. That was painful. So yeah, learn your lessons, folks. Read the kits, or at least remember them. So yeah, we had to do the mirror match. Thankfully, there's a bit of preload, so it did mean that I was more likely to get my debuffs out first. So yeah, there we go. We've got CBM on their side. We're just going to pop ours. We'll pop off here. But yeah, this battle was a mess still. I'm going to say, I don't really know how to explain what went wrong. The only thing I could say is that they had, well, simply put, they just had a better Sith Empire team than me. So yeah, there was preload, that should have helped us, but you're looking here and you're thinking, I just got absolutely wasted. I mean, I think this turn is my last with DR. Yeah, he gets drained. I mean, high offense on Malak, I'll give it praise again. We're going to pop some fear out, at least, well, we will pop some fear out, but no debuffs would land, so bit of a waste. We can do a drain though, we won't get any health from it, but we can at least do the drain. BSF is gone just because, you know, she was just too weak. Malak's nearly bit the dust, thankfully we can drain Darth Revan, or Bastila Fallen. Yeah, we're going to smack Darth Revan, and it's a 1v1 now. The trouble is that Darth Malak has now got 3 stacks of Dark Infusion, I believe. If not, he's close to it. Sorry, I'm watching the gameplay, but it's on a very small screen, so I can't actually see the debuffs clearly. But yeah, as you can see, he's got healing immunity on me now. I've got no chance of healing up, so he's got an easy kill. Yeah. It didn't get better from here. So, we took out GG, thankfully. I would say it did get slightly better. We did beat one team. So yeah, at this point I slowed down. I was thinking, hang on, there's no pre-taunt. I can go straight for GG, can't I? So yeah, that was just a little delay. I was double checking in my own head that there was no downside to marking Grievous. So yeah, pretty simple this. I am out here thinking, could I have used JKR to take out the Malak? It would have done it most likely, but I'm thinking then, did I have anything left that could have taken out Grievous? These are the questions you do end up asking when you're watching back. I am curious, if you guys tell me in the comments, you had this left, you could use that on Grievous instead of JKR, let me know, because I'm not entirely sure what I could have used, but honestly there was probably something better. Well, something better than what I did use. So yeah, at this point it's just clearing up. We're taking out B1, waiting for a turn to take out Droidica. Now, I always go on about modding Jolie for tenacity. This is why. You were going to see it in a moment. And say, Droidica unloaded, and it barely even tickled Jolie. Now, I know there's an argument to Gear 12 Droidica. Gear 12 Droidicas can still do some good damage to Relic tunes, so just keep it in mind when I say it. There is a reason for it. Final one, at least on this wall, we got the Geos. So we did Traya, Sion, and Watt. A fairly box standard counter. Tank tech on Sion, weapon tech on BSF. Simple reason for the weapon tech, you wanted to take more turns, plus it does mean if she does get a kill, they are annihilated. Doesn't really make a difference here, but it's still nice to know it. Yeah, as far as what goes on here, we've just got to wait for Hell by Hatred. Thankfully it's not a long wait. Just clear the debuffs off Sion. Get some debuffs on GBA. We've got Hell by Hatred. Let's pop it. Going to just try and recover some protection, and that is the aim of the game now, because really, they are going to kill themselves. We all know it. So, in the meantime, what we're trying to do is just limit the damage as far as protection loss. I mean, for instance, last night, I did this battle again pretty much, but I only took in Traya and Sion, and I actually lost banners because I didn't take in Watt. So, really, I would say that in the future I would take in Wat just for that. Even though I'm going to lose banners for taking in an extra unit, you're going to get a clean 54 rather than a 53. So yeah, like I say, at this point we're just collecting the banners. We're just storing as much as we can just to make sure the protection is recovered. I think I even popped it a bit earlier, to be honest. I think normally I would let the use what's special near the end, but I think I did pop it a turn or two early. Thankfully Sion's the only one that can hit, and yeah, Sion's just going to keep recovering protection anyway via tank tech, so as I said, it's a clean win. Is this the kill shot? Ooh, one more. Get in there, Sion, get in there. Finish him! It is funny watching the brute just disappear like, oh, I'm gone. Okay, so that was probably the 2 clean wins we had this round. It didn't get better. I thought, could I try this? I thought, Nihilus for the Annihilates, Thrawn for the control, and Palp's just for a lead. I would say there are better teams out there. I think if you had Traya lead, this would actually be very comfortable. The problem is I used Traya already. So, let's say this, right? If you're in a pinch like I was at this point, it definitely can work. But I don't know if I misplayed it all here. I'm watching for some big misplays, but I mean, I'm thinking maybe now I could have afforded to do the Annihilate, but in my head I'm thinking if I Annihilate, JK is going to get a bonus turn and I'm going to be screwed. So I'm thinking, what can I do? So yeah, there wasn't really a clean answer here. I mean, that was just unfortunate. If she'd gone for Thrawn, maybe I'd have got a higher banners, but yeah, she went for the weak one. No big surprise really, but yeah, 2v2, we're still doing alright. The issue is the courage. You know, they're going to keep stacking it up, and there is going to be a big hit coming in. As you can see as well, the Foresight Kenobi has is a bit of a pain. I mean, yeah, ideally you wouldn't be having it, let's say that. We can get Dre in at least, that's going to do us some good. We can swap turns to Nihilus, just try and decrease his cooldowns, get ready for another Annihilate. But, yeah. There's a big hit inbound, and there it is. So, I had a choice at this point. Do I go for Kenobi or do I go for Padme? In hindsight, I think I would have gone for Kenobi, just for the fact that Padme wouldn't have this foresight. Kenobi could be quite annoying on his own. It's not like he wasn't going to die, but it's as if he said, I'm going to dodge every single attack that you throw at me until you just annihilate me. So, yeah, Kenobi on his own is very annoying. If Nihilus's basic CAD cannot be evaded, it would be so much better. Anyway, we got there. Annihilate. And absolutely shocking banners. But still, we got through. And so it's certainly better than some of the battles we're going to see in a moment. So yeah, this was as much for me as for anything. You know, on paper this shouldn't be tried, but I thought, you know what? I want to just see if my Ewoks can take this team out. So for context, for those of you who don't know, I've got a Relic 7 Alder now, unfortunately. Oh, saying that, I haven't taken Wicket to Relic 2 yet, so we're going to have to do that next stream as well. Oh boy. But yeah, sorry, that just distracted me. I actually completely forgot about the Ewok wager. So yeah, Wicket's going to Relic 2 next stream. But yeah, we're just looking at this. My logic was I've got a strong Ewok Alder, so I thought in theory I could keep reviving these two, and between the three of them there might be enough damage and termite to get through them. What I didn't take into account is the fact that this is a very thick team. I essentially needed 2 more damage dealers just to punch through old Ben. So I did like the idea. I will stand by why I did it. I thought the amount of termite the Ewoks can generate between themselves, they could actually do some work. The issue is, I've got a very weak chirper, still only gear 9 I think, and Wicket and Alder on their own cannot do it. So it's a situation where I'm like, in theory there's something there, and maybe if they were all relicked and as modded as I would like, it would do a lot better. But yeah, it's just the wrong team for the wrong day, if we're being honest. So yeah, you can kind of see where this is going. They managed to get Wicket down. I do get a revive in, you know, I will admit that. I am ability blocked now, it doesn't look great, but Alder is quite fast. It's, you know, it's not like super fast, but considering he's an Ewok, he is modded pretty quickly. As you can see there, he is on death's door. Chirper goes, and he's out of there. So yeah, bad loss. Next up, we took Geos in. Now, this is where I talk about being slightly annoyed at my own performance, because I could have used this first time. These three, as we saw on Temmin, they cannot beat Geos. There's just no AoE damage. So I'm annoyed at myself why I didn't do this straight up. It would have got me 54. Instead, it got me, at best, 34. So it wouldn't have made a bit of difference in the end. Crimson's opponent did a good job. But still, it's a bit frustrating for my own personal pride, because I really dislike the idea that someone, you know, got more. Well, I got less banners than I should. So, yeah, just a terrible round. Terrible round. I can't say it enough. I think that's what I'll ask you guys, because again, I'm watching this battle and it's a bit of a formality, this one. In the comments section, right, tell me about your worst GA round. I want you guys to cheer me up about this, right, because, you know, even though I've done my next round, I'm feeling better after that. You know, this is still a bit of a bummer for me, because I'm thinking, why did I cock up so much on my own? So, you guys, if you've got time, write a comment down. Just tell me about what you did wrong one time, and we've all done it. You know, unless you're the one person in the world who has got a 100% GA record, then I'm curious what's gone on. I am curious, because I don't think anyone makes these kinds of mistakes regularly. I mean, I talk about the idea of, like, that Bastila team earlier. That was just plain balminess on my part. That gas team with old Ben. You do not do these things, yet for some reason, on the day I recorded this, I thought, yeah, these are good ideas. So, just tell me about what your weirdest or your worst GA moments have been. I say, I like to hear stories of how people bounce back, and I'm assuming you guys all have. You know, even if you've had a bad loss, I don't think I've spoke to someone who said, I have not won a GA round. So, I'm assuming at some point we've all had a win, we've bounced back from a loss, so, yeah. I'll be honest, I feel like I've spoken enough there. I am just trying to stall, because even though I'm winning this battle, it takes its time. You've got to chew through all that bonus protection, or protection up as it's called. You've got to get through old Ben taunting whenever he feels like it. So yeah, it's not a quick battle, this. It was a clean battle. I mean, just looking, I think we are at max banners. Yeah, I don't think old Ben really can do much here. He's got a debuff on him. We might be able to blind him. I don't know. Not great, that. Still 34? Yeah, 34. So, next one. Yeah, this was a bad idea. Gear 9 Chewbacca, or even Gear 8 Chewbacca, Gear 10 Han, Gear 8 CLS. Against Gear 12 Nightsisters. In my head, I thought, right, if we can get enough turn meter going between the team, then it doesn't matter how fast the Nightsisters get, I should be able to survive. What I didn't take into account is how squishy my rebels are. Yeah. This was just bad. I mean, I'm kind of grateful I got out. I didn't preload, but yeah, that was just bad again. So I thought, right, let's try some Empire. I hadn't got full Imperial troopers because the cock up in the Draven match, so I thought, let's just see if Tarkin Lee can do something. Spoiler alert, it can't. Maybe if I got Relic Tarkin, you know, like if we got high relics and high potency and all this jazz, that would really make that aerial bombardment or tactical bombardment, whatever his AoE's called, work. But when it's just Gear 11, no, it isn't doing anything. I mean, I thought it was actually going okay. I mean, just watching it back, I still think there was something here. I mean, it just didn't get off the ground, really. there was a bit of survivability with range, getting his protection up to the team, but yeah, all it took was for one death from Tarkin and it's game over. I mean, is this the one? No, it's still hanging in there. I mean, I just couldn't really land enough blows on the likes of Asajj either. That was a pain. But yeah, as far as an idea, I think there was something there, but it wasn't something great, let's be honest. So, I did one more battle, Old Republic. That's where we got to. We were getting to the real desperate lands. AoE, why not? Yeah, we got Big Z getting a taunt in. Nice job, Big Z. In theory, again, there's something that could work here as far as this health and protection recovery on dots, but I feel like I needed more speed, if anything. I mean, as soon as the Nightsisters get going, it's hard to put the brakes on them. So yeah, just try and daze Asajj to prevent Termite again. The trouble is, as soon as they realise that mission's the one to go for, it's hard to stop them. Although saying that, losing Carth here was a blow as well. Yeah, it just wasn't good, this. I mean, I should have backed out there. Because you're going to see it in a second. I get stunned with Big Z. They dispel my stealth on mission. I should have backed out here. Instead, I let them kill her. Yeah. Doesn't take a brainiac to work out what happened next. This was painful. This was really painful. What I will say is, this entire GA was littered with bad decisions. And you could argue it's the first round of 3v3, I was forgetting my counters, I was forgetting the good team comps and all that lot. But there are some things that were just nonsensical, like I should not do this even on a good day. Anyway, finally I was trying to take out that Malak, and yeah, Logray's in here. So there was a reason. He's got daze. I thought if I can daze Malak, then hopefully I can just keep him under control while Vader's getting enough dots and debuffs on him. So again, there was logic in it. I wasn't just spamming a weird character I've got on my roster out there. Yeah, again, this one never really got off the ground. I mean, I don't know what I can add really. It's like, I think maybe the actual crit damage and crit sets on Vader weren't helping. He was getting feared too easily, but it was always going to happen anyway, so I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe I need to stall longer as well. I mean, Sith Empire Trooper did an okay job of protecting me, but there was only so much he could do. You know, eventually he would die. You will die. Palpatine. But yeah, you can see here, I haven't got enough debuffs, but I had to try Cull. I thought, I've got to try and start hurting him, and yeah, Malak just didn't really care at this point. He was like, I'm just going to start hitting you. So yeah, he didn't care for Logray. He just thought, I'm getting rid of Vader, and at that point it was game over. So yeah, rip Vader. And I think I did take in, I took in this cleanup team just to see if I could get something with it. You might be surprised, it did do better. It didn't kill him, but it did do better. Again, a bit similar to the JJ round where I used 3PO. Here we're just trying to make the most of translation, so I'm trying to get it onto both HK and Veton. There's stagger and stun in Veton's kit, I believe, so there were things to keep Malak under control. Plus, there's some good damage potential in HK. The downside is Malak is just an annoying git. There is no actual way of taking him out, really, with the level of damage those two toons had. I needed another one or two alongside. It's the bad thing of 3v3. You can't really afford to have someone like 3PO going in because you're just losing one toon to deal damage. So, I did say it earlier on when I used JKR versus the GG team. Does anyone think I could have taken in something else that I have used during this GA that could have taken it out? Like, did you see me use a team and go, hey, you could have used that against GG, that would have worked? Because I didn't notice it, but maybe I was just too busy commentating to actually think about it. But yeah, at this point I was thinking, could I get him in the red? Could I get him in the red? And yeah, drain on Veton, game over. I mean, I carried on. I thought I might as well preload it some more. It's not like it's going to make things worse. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the GA. I mean, there wasn't anything else I could do, unfortunately. So I thought, let's just try and pull off a miracle. But yeah, might as well just talk about the streams going forward. So we're still carrying on Twitch. The new setup is hopefully going to be ready for the next stream. I barely got along with it last time, but that's purely because I hadn't got all my buttons set up like I normally would. Plus I'm waiting on my second monitor being active, so things might be a bit rocky to begin with, but hey, that's just how things work. So yeah, hopefully I can see some of you guys on Twitch. Be fun to see you. If not, the roster reviews hopefully will be back soon. Again, I'm just getting used to my new setup, so there could be a bit of a delay getting them going like they were, but I'll hopefully get one out next week. But yeah, thanks for your patience, folks. I know that no content's bad for a channel, so I appreciate you being here. Alright, see you in the next one. Bye for now, folks.